Hey, what is going on, guys? It is FUZEWINT here, and I am back finally with a video. Today we are going to be playing some Firewatch. This is a walking simulator, something like that. So yeah, we're going to get into it. We're going to go new game. We'll get into it. Compo Santo presents, in cooperation with Panic Increase. Boulder, Colorado, 1975. You see Julia. She was about your age, late 20s, laughing with well-dressed professors and grad students from nearby CU Boulder. You, Henry, are drinking with your pals. You approach her. You are drunk. You slur the word major and it smells like cools. You give an awkward smile. Evolutionary biology, she says. I'm a professor. Cool, you reply. What's yours, she says. She sniffs the air. Toxicology? Was that a burn, you ask? She says definitely. Worried she hurt your feelings. She asks if you want to split a cheeseburger. 1 week later, you are Julia's boyfriend. Grab this backpack. Alright, so here we have a truck. Can I get in? Nice. You date for over a year. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. You move in. You share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers on the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere. Life is good. Julia wants to get a dog. There's a scruffy, undersized bagel. Julia is in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. There is also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while walking this dog. It's badass. Pick up the bagel. Bucket is a good dog, and a week later you've totally forgotten about the other one. Julia loves him. 1979. You talk out on the deck. It's summer, 9:30 p.m., and the heat still radiates off the high desert. What do you think about kids? She asks. Kids? They're not very smart or good at much. I'm saying if I have some, a couple of idiots. In that case, we should probably get married. Yeah, I like that, you say. These kids are going to be screwed up enough. It's probably for the best that their parents are hitched. You say that's absolutely right. Got my backpack? Let's head on the trail. It's a Thursday night, and Julia is 4 hours late. She doesn't call you. You're worried and getting angrier by the minute. She walks in after you've gone to bed. She's not quite drunk, but she's clearly been having a fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. You ignore her. You don't touch each other all night. The next day you feel guilty for being so angry and ask her about her evening. She says it was great. You hold on to a tiny pill of resentment. You make some coffee and go to work. Julia likes to draw. She draws plants from her research. She draws all the places you go. She draws you. You look awesome. Alright, so we'll go up this way then. What's behind me? Just a rock face. Okay. We'll head out this way. What's this say? 2 Forts Lookout Tower, 8 miles still. I have played a little bit of this game. During the summers, you and Julia enjoy walking bucket at night. There's a festival in town. It brings in folks from faraway places. One of them tries to mug you with a knife. Bucket gets kicked. Julia yells. She gets flustered. Has trouble speaking. When she is stressed, you confront the attacker. You beat his goddamn face in. Your arm gets cut up. You beat the guy into a pulp. You don't feel very tough, but you cry your eyes out before the cops show up. Julia asks to take a different path from that day forward. You say, okay, you don't want to get that way either. From then on, you walk by the river. 1984. Plans to have kids waylaid by work. Julia gets offered a job. Yale is something 2,000 miles away. It's a great job, associate department chair. She wants to move. You absolutely do not. I agree. You ask her if she'll commute back and forth. You don't want to move to Coincident. She says that'll be hard, but she'll do it if you won't move. You tell her not to pass up if that's what she wants. She agrees. She flies back to Boulder 3 times each semester. That's 6 times a year. Julia is sent home from Yale on paid leave after having an episode. She lost it on a college for borrowing books that were important to her research. She didn't remember that she happily loaned them just 2 days prior. She was found crying in the stairwell. After seeing multiple doctors and having many tests, you're worried that Julia might be suffering from early dementia. She is 41. You both decide to keep it a secret for now. Alright, let's go for a walk here. No, I can't. I'll just pick up my journal then. Hello. The storyline of this is great. Bucket is getting older. Julia comments on that it is kind of nice because he gets in less trouble around the house. A week later, she goes back to the university. Julia's affliction gets worse. She can't remember things in class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to the next town over for no particular reason. She has to be brought home by the police. She is devastated. She is sent on a permanent medical leave. Some days you get the Julia who wants to call you a dope and your unborn children little idiots. Other days you get a stranger. You tell her family they are crushed and begin to make trips from their home in Australia to visit her. For a while, your friends come by with little things to brighten the day. She gets worse. You spend your days following Julia around the house. You count the seconds between the 2 weekly visits from Daniel, the nurse. He suggests that Julia could live somewhere else with 24-hour care, a home. It sits with you for a couple of months. You decide to move to a full-time care. What's this? Alright, let's walk forward a bit. Let's run up here. Go over this log. Oh look, an animal. Okay. Her family agrees with your decision. You find a fantastic place in Boulder and move her there. You see her every day. Then every other day. You go out to the bar with your old friends. It's not the same. You get the feeling that every wife tells her husband, if you ever put me in a home like Henry did, I will cut your balls off. You slowly decide to not see your old friends that much. Julia's sister Susan moves to Boulder to be close to her. She visits her every day. You go home some of the time. Susan buys an old typewriter and urges you to use it if you don't want to see a therapist. If you want to see a therapist, you don't. You always really like Susan. Months go by. Bucket dies. Julie doesn't remember him when you tell her. Sometimes it takes a minute for her to lock onto you. In the back of her mind, in the back of your mind, you believe it's because you see her less and less, and seeing her less and less makes her forget you more. You think summer is coming, and you see an ad in the paper for a job. You take it. Alright, we're here. Enter the lookout tower. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Remember to rate, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Hopefully that will be soon, because I don't upload that much.